Hey guys, this is Rachel from Blue Jane Creations, and I just wanted to kick off a small series that I'm going to be doing on organization tips for the small things. I know on a lot of channels we tend to talk about the big overview, how we have our craft room laid out, but I just want to get into a little bit more of the specifics. If you're like me, kind of struggling on how to store the small bits that we have, I wanted to start it with the basic thing of how do I store the daubers for the ink pads. So I took this distress chart. This is an old one. I'm sure there's an updated one. I printed this off of Ranger ink, and it's probably about 2 to 3 years old. So if you want one, I would go to their website and get the updated one, because I know there's been a bunch more colors that have come out since I printed this. So in any case, you see here it comes with the grid, and then you just go in and you fill in with the colors that you have. I just used a little stamp where I drew the smiley faces when I got that color and added it to the collection. So again, I mimicked this grid look, and I took the permanent markers and a ruler, and I just drew the grid right onto the top of the case, and then I went in and did either an abbreviation of the color or I did my slang. You can kind of figure out which way you want to label it. You could do little printed labels if you want, if you have the capacity, but at the time I didn't, so I just kind of winged it. And I went in the actual color flow on the chart, so it's all in order of how they appear on this color chart. So this is for all the oxides that I have, and I only have this many of the mini distress ink pads. So because it's not recommended to use your ink dauber with your oxide dauber, so on and so forth, I just went ahead and did a separate little section. But to keep from getting confused, because for me, I'm extremely very visual. So when this case specifically is like this, then I know for me personally, I'm looking at the distress ink daubers. If I have it upside down with this bigger, this one, then I know I'm looking at the oxides. And again, you don't have to do it exactly like I do. One thing I am fond of saying, you may have heard me say it in the other organization videos, your room is personal to you. Set it up in a way that works for you. So anything that I put out here, it's only a suggestion, it's an idea. Again, I don't think we can think outside the box too much when it comes to getting our rooms laid out personal to how we function. So this is a very small snapshot of how I lay it out in a way that works for me. And again, if I didn't say it out loud, I'm a very visual person, so it makes sense for me to lay this out in a way that's visual, because when I look at this, I think of the color chart. That's basically what it boils down to for me. But again, you could take this concept and make it in a way that works for you. So again, took the color chart, duplicated the grid right onto the top of the cases according to which inks I was putting in here, or which colors I have, and then I put the corresponding dauber in here is what I should say. And I think you can see, I'll do a quick close-up. I don't want to get too bogged down in this conversation, but you can see with all the shiny new daubers, I've had to replace quite a few of them and get it reloaded. And so again, just a quick recap, this is how I've come to store my daubers, and again, pairing it with the chart that's available. You do have to color it though. There might be colored in options. I didn't look for one, So I don't know what's out there, but this was printed from Ranger if you want to get one for yourself. And now when I need a new dauber, or I need to remember which color I was using, all I have to do is look back at this case and I can see which one is missing or which one needs to be replaced because it's too old. So thank you guys so much for watching. And if you haven't checked out any of the other room and organization videos that I have put up, please visit my playlist. I have one set up. And in the meantime, take care, stay safe, and I'll see you guys in my next video.